I'm like, yes, I am here for it, honey. I am ready to like be slayed. Like, give me that queerness. I am ready. Hello peoples on the internet. My name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. Okay guys, so for today's video I am bringing you my November TBR, which I know is a little bit late, but anyways, I'm still going to do my TBR. Also, at the start of this month I was like, should I do another monthly TBR? Because we all been new. I am just awful with TBRs. Like, every single month I do a TBR of all these books that I want to read. Do I always read those books? No, I do not. And it's embarrassing, and at this point I'm like, why am I still doing it? Like, what is the point? But I honestly just really enjoy picking books that I want to try read that month. I personally love doing it. I hope you guys love watching it and seeing what books I'm going to read. Still, I want to show you guys what books I want to read this month because as of right now, all I want to read is contemporaries. Like, that is all I want. Give me romance. Make me feel single. Give me heartache. That is what I want all this month. And it's probably just because like we're in like the wintry vibe now. I know it's still technically fall or like autumn and stuff, but like I'm in the winter zone. Like, Ireland's got really cold. It's sweater weather. It's getting really cold at night. Like, you can see your breath and you breathe outside because it's that cold. Like, I'm in the winter setting and I'm just Christmas crazy right now already. So I'm just in that contemporary cute romance, rom-com, heartache, stuff that makes you cry. Like, that's all I want right now. So that's basically all that's on my TBR is just good contemporary books. So very excited about my reading month. That could happen. And also I'm just in such a reading mood that like I honestly think this month could be the month I read all of the books on my TBR. Now, I know that's a big statement and like I may come to regret saying that, but I'm just gonna go out there and say it, you know? Like, I love that. Also, I changed my bed sheets, and I know this is not really part of a TBR video and I'm kind of just rambling at this point, but I really want to show off my new duvet cover that I got for my bed because I always sit on my bed for my videos, so I feel like it's a very important part of my video experience, you know? So I want to show you the new duvet cover because it's a Christmas related one and I think it's so pretty, so I have to show you. I'm just gonna move out of the shot. Look how pretty, like it's all like red and like greys and white and there's robins, Christmas trees, reindeers, snowflakes. It's stunning, but I am not with this setting. Wow, okay. Okay, so now that I've showed you my new duvet cover, honestly, love it. So let me know down below what you think of it. Like, are you obsessed? Because I love it so much. Anyways, back to the books. But this month I have 8 books that are on my TBR. One of them I am not really prioritizing, so I don't actually know why I have it in this TBR, to be honest. The first one that I want to read is Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. Now, this is an arc that I got at Book Expo, and I still haven't read it yet, but I've heard really great things, especially from my friend Chloe from Books with Chloe. I know she absolutely loved this book, and me and Chloe tend to have a very similar reading taste when it comes to contemporaries. So I feel like if Chloe liked it, I probably am going to like it also. I also don't really know too much about this book, if I'm being completely honest with you, but like, I never know what books are about. Like, that's the story of my life at this point. But it says that on paper, NYU dropout Pablo Rind doesn't have a whole lot going for him. His graveyard shift at a 24-hour deli in Brooklyn is a struggle. Plus, he's up to his eyeballs in credit card debt, never mind the state of his student loans. Well, that's relatable. Pop juggernaut Liana Smart has enough social media followers to populate whole continents. The brand is unstoppable. She graduated from child stardom to become a pop idol, and now her adult life is a busy... Oh wait, I just skipped a whole line when I was reading that. Love that for me. Love being illiterate. And now her adult life is a queasy blur of private planes, gifting suites, aspirational hotel rooms, and strangers screaming for her just to notice them. When Liana and Pablo meet at 5 AM at the bodega... I don't even know what that word is. I'm illiterate. Like, literally, I'm Jared, I'm 19 and I don't know how to read. At the bodega... I can't say that word. B-O-D-E-G-A, however you pronounce that. In the dead of winter, they know they can't be together forever, but as they discover who they are, who they want to be, and how they defy the defining expectations of everyone else, Lee and Pab turn to each other, which of course is when things get properly complicated. Ooh, okay, see, this is what I mean. Like, it's a perfect rom-com like book that I'm just in the mood for. Plus, they just said in the dead of winter. I did not know this book was set in winter, so like this... just came full circle for me and like it's just perfect now. So now this just makes perfect sense for it being on my November TBR. The next book that I have is the one that I said I'm not gonna really prioritize at all this month. It's kind of one if for some reason I just suddenly get in the mood to read like fantasy or something, I'm just gonna go for that and just pick it up and finish it, because this is a book I'm really enjoying and I just want to finish it. So that is Serpent UNDOF by Shelby Mahurin. You guys know I was reading this in September. I read nothing of it in October and I wanted to finish it, but that never happened. Still on page 189 of this, and I know there's like 500 or so pages, so I definitely want to finish this, but it's a witch book, so I'm not really like prioritizing it because it's fantasy and it's just not what I'm in the mood for right now. So this is one like I might get to in this month if I manage to finish all the other books. For some reason I just get in the mood to read fantasy again. But yeah, I'm not really prioritizing her, but I thought I would show her anyway. The next book that is on my TBR for this month is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This, once again, is another book I don't know too much about. So let's read the synopsis on the back again, shall we? Or should we? Because we just saw I can't read the backs of books, but we'll go for it again because I don't know what it's about. Frances is a study machine with one goal. Nothing will stand in her way. Not friends, not a guilty secret, not even the person she is on the inside. Then she meets Aled, and for the first time she's unafraid to be herself. So when the fragile trust between them is broken, Frances is caught between who she was and who she longs to be. Now she knows that she has to confront her past to confess why Karis disappeared. Frances is going to need every bit of courage she has. Who's Karis? That's what I want to know. Okay, I thought this book was like a cute contemporary kind of book of like discovering who you are. But from the back of that, like, we're trying to figure out where Karis went. So like, is this a murder mystery or like a disappearance? And we're like, a paper town situation like by John Green. Who knows? But very excited to pick it up and get to it because I've heard lots of great things about this book and a lot of my friends here on BookTube really like this one, so I'm hoping that I also am gonna like it. I do love Alice Oseman's book Heartstopper, which is her graphic novel. It's one of my favorite graphic novels of all time, so I'm really hoping that this book by hers is one that I'm also gonna love, so I'm very excited to read it. And also I just love the cover, and that was not what I was expecting this to be about. Anyways, moving swiftly onwards, we're moving on to the next one I want to read, and that is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. Now, this is one that I do know stuff about, so we love that. So this one, I believe, follows a main character who is Korean, and his parents have expectations for him and like only want him to date Korean girls. But he's in love with another girl, I think, who's not Korean. And then he pretends to be in a fake relationship with another Korean girl or something like that. That's what I think it's about. And maybe obviously the fake relationship turns into a real relationship. That's what I'm kind of guessing, like first assumptions. That's what I'm going to assume is going to happen. But I love the fake relationship trope so much. So I'm very excited to read it. And that's another like contemporary rom-com feel that I'm just in the mood for this month. So I feel like I'm going to probably devour this book. Like, I think I will read this really quickly. Once again, I heard my friend Chloe from Books with Chloe absolutely loves this book, and I feel like this video is just turning into like Kevin's reading books that Chloe loves. Like, that's what this video might as well just be. Like, basically I'm reading loads of books that Chloe likes, so friendship goals. Then the next book that I want to read this month is Kings, Queens and Inbetweens by Tanya Botaju. And this is one that I heard about from Jessie from Bow Ties and Books on Instagram. They talked about this book on their Instagram and they gave it so much praise and they loved it so much. So I'm very excited to read it. I have already actually started it. I'm only on page 38 or 39, like 40, so somewhere around there, like not far into it, and so far I'm already really loving it because the main character is really relatable and funny. And I know that this book basically follows around this festival that happens in the main character's town, and I believe there's going to be drag queens at that festival, and then the main character gets like caught up in the drag world and the drag scene, and I'm very excited about reading about that because I love drag queens so much. So I'm very excited to read about that, and I just think it's going to make me really happy because I've been obsessed with RuPaul Drag Race UK lately. Like, I've been watching it every single week, and I just love Drag Race US. Like, I just love drag queens, everything to do with drag queens. So the fact that this is a book about them, I'm like, yes, I am here for it, honey. I am ready to like be slayed. Like, give me that queerness. I am ready. Now, the next book that I want to read is going to be a reread for me, and you guys will not be surprised when you see what book it is because this is going to be my fourth time to read this book. Also, if you watched my October book haul that I did, I hauled this book and I said, ooh, I think I might do a reread. Well, that reread is happening, and that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This is my 4th time rereading this book. I'm actually listening to the audiobook again because I wanted to have an audiobook going as I was physically reading other books. I'm listening to this as I'm driving to work and when I'm driving home from work, and it's just so much fun. Like, I just love this story so much. Every single time I read it, it just captures me again, and I discover more parts of it that I love. I don't want to say too much more about it because I feel like you guys have heard me talk about this book so much at this point that you're probably like, Kevin, we get it, you love this book. Next book that I have on my TBR for this month is actually a biography, and I don't usually read that many biographies because when it comes to biographies, I have to really like the celebrity or the person who is writing the book. Maybe that's just an inspirational person, a YouTuber or something like that. I always have to like really like the person to read their biography because otherwise I'm just not gonna be interested. But the biography that I'm talking about and that I'm reading is Over the Top by Jonathan Van Ness, and they are from the show Queer Eye. You guys may have seen it, and if you haven't, I would highly recommend you watch it. It's on Netflix. It's such a great show, and this is their first biography, I believe. I think it's their first one. I feel like all of them out of Queer Eye have a book, but I've been always wanting to read Jonathan's because they are just like iconic. Like, I love them so much, and this book so far, I've already started reading this and I'm like 70 pages or so into it. I'm loving it so much. I have laughed out loud several times reading this, and that was only in the first chapter. I was laughing out loud already. I feel like this book is going to get very deep, and I just love that because I feel like with a biography, the whole point of it is to discover more about the person, or for the person to be vulnerable in a way that they're not on their online or like outside persona, if that makes sense. So I feel like we're going to learn a lot about Jonathan, and I'm really excited about that, and I think this is going to be an amazing read, and I am just going to devour this once again because with biographies, I always tend to read them really quickly. So I know when I finish filming this video, I'm going to get back to this and hopefully get it finished today. So yes, I'm already loving it, and I just cannot wait to read more. And then the final book that I have on my TBR for November is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. The main reason I have this on my TBR is because the movie Let It Snow is now out on Netflix, which is obviously an adaptation of John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle's book, and I have just been in like a John Green mood since that movie came out, and I haven't actually watched it yet, but because of the hype about it, it's kind of just gotten me in a mood that I just want to read a John Green book, and I haven't read one in a very long time, and this is one that I'm embarrassed to say I still haven't read, so I definitely want to get to this one. I know this one has amazing anxiety representation, I believe. Once again, this is my friend Chloe's one of her favorite books, or I feel like one of her like books that she just really likes. I don't know if it's her favorite, maybe I'm wrong in saying that, but I know that Chloe really loves this, so once again, I'm reading another one of Chloe's favorite books. Anyways, I don't really know much about this one again. I believe it's about like a missing person, I think, or trying to find something to win money. But yeah, hopefully this is one I shall get to and read really quickly because I feel like when I watch Let It Snow on Netflix, I'm just gonna want to read this like straight after it, so I feel like this is probably one that definitely will happen as well. So yeah, they are the 8 books that I have on my TBR for this month. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, which books you think I should prioritize. That is going to be it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below in the comments some books that you're planning on reading in the month of November. What are you in the mood for? Are you in a contemporary mood also? I'd love to know. But other than that, I shall see you all next time in my next video. So goodbye, guys.